Hey, and welcome back to my channel, CJ, where he says I'm cute. How are y'all doing? I hope this is working. I threw this up really fast, so hopefully. Hey, Mace. It's open. If it becomes like too trolly or anything, we'll put up the members only or subscribers only, because then we won't have as many people. But I'm not expecting a lot of people to be joining today, seeing as how we're surprised. Hey Boop, hey Suzanne, hey Jennifer, hey Sue, hey Daniel. I hope y'all are doing well. I have no idea what the problem with my streaming software is. Okay. Ugh. Daniel, you are so lucky. I have not, congrats. I have not gotten the lead singer. I don't know if I want to spend, I don't want to spend the money for 500. Like, I don't want to spend the real money. Hey, Nada. At the same time, I don't like having my collection not finished. I think this was handled really poorly, unfortunately. They have it up to the probability here. So, I mean, this is just a diamond pack. And I'm getting the lead singer as a guarantee, and yeah, I could use diamonds, but... Hey, Katina! I just don't know. This has been... I hope this is not indicative of what we're getting. Hey, Peter! Hey, Russell! Hey, 70s girl! So... Yeah, how about we'll do this? We'll start with the dairy news. Well, here, we'll go in this order. Because I wasn't exactly planning on this. If we need more mods, let me know. We'll throw a surprise mod up again. If we need to put it on subscriber only mode, so that we don't have everybody in stream chatting right now. Y'all are good. I trust y'all. We should be fine. Boat maker turned off the balloon maker turned off this morning. It is back on. Y'all, it is back on and only back on for an undisclosed period of time. It should have, like, really probably finish your boats today. This is that's all I can say is the likelihood is you're going to need to finish them boats today. So, even though it says 3 days and 13 hours, and usually we get, a day, 2 days at most. So we're going to go with like 2 days. Hey, Chris. We're going to say they're going to cut this off tomorrow morning. And they're going to give us 2 days to collect. So it's going to end the same time as this, which we can finish the live today. I've got 30 points I got to do. I can easily do. I got this one prepped. That one will be easy. So we're fine. I mean, I don't have that one prepped, but You can do that live. You can see me en masse instead of me making a separate video. I can go back and I can finish. Yes. I did this on purpose. And we'll do part of this in stream. But before we get into too much more of, sorry, the delivery truck from the grocery store a block away just went by. Oh, a little bit maybe, Mace. So I really want to finish the book here, but that's going to be a huge thing. So let's talk a little bit about Dairy News. If you guys haven't seen it, you guys really should. It's in game in your inbox. They'll take you right there. You get 2 of these concrete, succulent. Wow, YouTube, please do not hit me with a no-no for that. Just got my last video reinstated for saying community, not box, but the other word. I just got that one. I'm not doing it again. I missed whatever question it was. Good news, because I am looking at the chats from both Twitch and YouTube. So I finished, yeah, so technically my carryover on this is milk and the beeswax and the hats. But I knew I'd be able to finish it today. And I didn't care what came in. Alright, am I missing somebody? Okay. Okay. So, Dairy News came out, as I said it would. No surprise. Hey, cute kitty. I hope y'all don't mind. Jen did give me permission to stream in her place, just so you guys are aware. I've already checked with Jen, and this was fine with her since she couldn't stream, and people were wanting to stream. I said, okay, I can come on, and I'd stream. So, I'm here. You guys got me. We'll muddle through this, because I didn't have anything directly planned. Not that there's not enough news. So, Dairy News for July came out. When you watch all the way to the end, or if you go to the video description, you get 2 of these free. And I'll pull them up because I do have them. I went and redeemed them. That is absolutely crazy. Why are they not in the seasonal? I'm curious. I believe they'll show up in rewards. Even though I bought some of these, the ones that have duplicates, like I bought the first one, but because I got it in a reward for... I am streaming Wednesday, July 3rd. So I will be in... Yes, Peter. I will be in Jen's spot next week. I don't know about Friday, if it'll be Friday or Saturday. But I will stream twice. Monday. It really depends on how I feel after the dentist. But I will make sure I stream at least twice next week. Oh, geez, the competition between you two. Oh my gosh. No Thursday stream. No, it's 4th of July. And I can't guarantee that I could stream given the fireworks or the weather. Wednesday night we may muddle through hearing rain, just FYI. I don't know if I'm allowed. Okay, Sam is on vacation. I'm not sure if I'm allowed to say anything beyond that. I know where he is. I know what he's doing. That sounds really creepy. So Sam is very busy at the moment. He's okay. He is just away. As long as you two keep it friendly, I'm not gonna get in the middle of it. But okay, let's find where I would think that the rewards from watching the Dairy News are going to be stored in rewards. But we really should have already seen them, I would have think. I didn't even think to catch their names. Actually, wait, I may have. Hold on. Let's keep scrolling here. Let me go look at my pictures because I took a picture of what they were called. Also, I don't think he was really putting it out too much. But he did. It's not in the rewards. Okay. That's weird. Well, I have to scroll back. I have videos from a game I'm testing / doing dev build on. So, no, I didn't save their name. Because the video popped up to say the Dairy News was active, and it cut off the name. Well, let's just scroll through all to find them. Yeah, it just got done raining here. Hey, Doris! Not that long ago, so it is super humid out on my porch right now. It may be raining Wednesday night when I stream, so hopefully it's not too heavy. If it is, I'll stream inside. It just may be a little crazy in the house. I get more quiet out here. Anybody know what those things were called? No, because of the tags on them, I can't search for it. That's why I've been taking pictures of like the names of what they're called as I get them. But that pop-up saying the Dairy News was live in-game came up and cut it off. Here we go. Poolside planter. This is very Southwest California vibe to me. Does anybody else feel like that? Oh. Makes there such a delay. I may have to go back to having multi, so I don't have one chat up at once, because I think there's a big delay. So if you watch Dairy News and you click on the description link, the link in there, or you do the QR code redemption, you can get these 2 poolside planters. They're actually pretty cute. They definitely give me like this. Let's go over this way. Da, 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 da. Summery, like Hey. Okay, here we go. They definitely give me like this California, Southwest, what you expect to see, like Las Vegas, Los Angeles, or not Las Vegas, Los Angeles, kind of, at least here in the US, that's where I place this at. But I am excited that we got two. And I think we got two for a reason. And the original reason is not right because they don't go, you can't line them up. You have to have a plot between them. They're like a plot and a half. If we put this back into storage and it stays here, it tells you the grid size, it's 2x1. But I don't think it's a full 2. On one farm, you only got 1 doors. I haven't redeemed them on all of my farms. So, but I'll be like, message. You should have gotten 2. Take a screenshot of the fact there's only 1 in storage. From what I am aware of, confirmed even by Ricky, if anybody wants to get all, I'm not a super CC, it should be 2. So I would message support Doris and say, hey, I only got 1 when I did this redemption. Everybody who redeemed it immediately got 1. I clearly redeemed it within like even 24 hours and see what they say. It can't hurt because it really should be 2 from everything I have in my information. And Ricky confirmed as well. I can try redeeming it on a different farm real quick. It's just, I've got to go off screen for a minute to do part of it. And we can do that. I never got my windmill either, but I'm okay with that. The windmill makes me sick. One on the farm is like okay, and then like more than one on a farm, especially if they're close together, really messes with me. I think that may be coming, Chris. I think the idea is partly with the collection book and the way that Maggie's gone is that they're going so that if you go to another farm, you're going to be able to look at a deco and be able to see what it is, or a machine you don't have, potentially. But I think here's where I'm frustrated. Like, the Dairy News laid out, hey, here's what's coming. And I know they talk specifically to Android users. You guys have to have your Supercell IDs set up for Heyday by August. Like, you have the month of July, and if you don't have a Supercell ID on every one of those farms with a legitimate email, and it's completely set up, you're going to lose that farm. I think it's wider than that. If you do not have your Supercell ID set up, even on Apple, I think you're going to have a problem. I think the next step we're going to see is them forcing all of us with the unique player ID, which all of us CCs talked about. We've shown you how to do it. I did it live. I did it in a video. It allows you to, it automatically takes you to make your avatar, your custom, which right now is only Brawl Stars. You can change it within the game. So if you have a primary, like if you play like really like Squad Busters, you could do that. But so it they're doing a few things. One of which was they heard everybody's feedback, all of us saying, and they did this last time as well. They cut it off too early. So we were going to have like almost 4 days to redeem the catalog. The catalog doesn't disappear for 3 days and 13 hours. We are used to having 2 days to redeem. They were cutting it off in half. I can't guarantee past tomorrow morning's reset time or whatever your reset is. Okay, so for here, it's 4 a.m. Eastern time. I cannot tell you that Supercell is going to give us till Monday 4 a.m., which is what we should get. So, like, get your boats going. Boats will not end until. And the reason why I'm saying it's going to end up being tomorrow is they're going to give us a day of boats, potentially, where we have this. Which isn't fair because, like, Mace sent away a puzzle boat. Which, Mace, I hope you contacted support about it. But they have some things in the background that they're clearly working on. I forgot to throw these in. Woohoo, wait a minute. They had to go in and return on, so it was very glitchy for a little bit. It seems to be working a little bit better for me at the moment. But Peter, you don't have much. See, here's where I knew this had to be wrong, and I couldn't believe they did it because this back part here just opened up today. So, like, so many, and you can still earn today. The balloon maker's still open, but they haven't given us a set. Yeah, so you have to refresh your game, like hard close it and restart it, or restart your whole tablet if you're having troubles, because that's what I had to do even after they returned it on. This end date is for when boats are going to come, but most of us aren't storing. Like, well, I get that, Peter, but you should have, like, looked at the catalog too, because the catalog, like, we know that this event is ending in 1 day, 12 hours, but the catalog doesn't disappear for 3 days, 12 hours. In theory, we should have, not see, close Siri, I don't need you. In theory, we should have had 2 days left in this catalog to redeem more points, and then go through. I would start making balloons, and I don't know, Peter. It was a lack of communication, and a continued lack of communication because Heyday came back and turned back the balloon maker on. And their reasoning is, well, people need to be able to have time to use up the music notes that we have in storage. I don't have music notes in storage because I'm using them as they come in. I'm making them. Most of you, I think, are making them. I've got to go through and decide yet what I want to do. So I think they're playing a little bit with some of the wording here, and like votes can come for the next till Monday, basically till reset on Monday where we're used to. They should have extended this out through Monday, but the likelihood is they're gonna give you that time to collect your rewards. Like this event will end today, we'll have tomorrow to collect, everything will disappear Monday. It'll be fine. Where's our cake for this year? I don't understand how we don't have a new cake for this year, considering how awesome the cake could have been designed for this. I don't get it. I am going to test something. I have today only to finish, and we can do this live if you guys want real quick. I collected the chick voucher here. I was going to try to have enough. I want to get the decos, but I also wanted to, and the puzzle pieces, but I was also going to try to aim and get all of the chick vouchers in here. That's for 1, 2. Okay, that's 5. So that's 5 puzzle pieces. No problem, Chris. So if I just need to go collect the beeswax. It's sitting here. Do I have enough? And I have enough room. We can do that real quick. So there was 5. So for me, I started this month out at 20. And I did that because I wanted to see if I would still get too much, or if I'd get all of the chick vouchers on the farm pass, which I did. So at 20, when there's 5, 25 being the max they let me. So at 21, they can't take away my farm pass. They shouldn't be able to tell me. I'll let you guys vote because I don't care. You guys know about me and the things. Oh, I'm sure Mace pulled like a me, which I haven't. I think I've fallen asleep for a short time in Ricky's Friday stream. Peter has probably noticed, but then I'll wake back up before it ends, or I'll fall asleep right as it's ending. And you can usually tell because you don't see a bye y'all on that stream. But if I'm being honest, so Jen didn't stream yesterday. You'd think, hey, CJ, you go sleep because you really haven't slept. You slept 2 hours. Go take a nap. Like, hey. Nope, I decided I should go, like, work on cleaning some stuff up that was driving me nuts and try to rearrange and do a little more unpacking. And I was on a roll. And I have really probably overly pushed myself this week on what I've done. And the lack of sleep. Didn't sleep yesterday. Legitimately. No, Chris, it's very good that you did because we were able to get so much feedback back. Even though Payday was technically okay. Just because you don't see a CM on, there are CMs on this lake on social media. Whether or not they're supposed to be, they're usually checking in, especially one, I'm not going to say who, and the feedback was there, messages were sent, in-game support, behind the scenes. Enough was said. Whether it was the same glitch that happened last time, because this happened last time, or they went in manually and turned it back on. Because again, this happened last time. It got turned back on, which is what we needed. I figured it'll turn back on in a couple hours. There's a coding glitch. They fixed it last time, but they didn't fix the glitch. And I would try to get the answers, but I don't know for sure. Either way, it was good. But last night, I was up when it happened, Chris, because somebody decided, hey, I'm tired of seeing all the things my kids kicked underneath the kitchen table. Like, just random little junk. So I'm going to crawl underneath the table and clean it. Because it's pushed okay. In the house we live in now, in our kitchen, I have the table pushed up against a wall, and the bench is underneath it. We have a bench to our table for one side, and then chairs all the rest of the way around. And we don't need the bench unless there's company over. There's enough space. So the kids and I sit and eat dinner. Every night we have our times, our schedule. There's enough room if needed, and so I was just like, and that's where at the moment they're putting their shoes, because there's not a great place for them otherwise. The alarm comes with that is everything they seemingly track in on the bottom of said shoes. Crawled underneath the table last night and fell asleep for a little bit. So tired, didn't even realize it. Like, I was going and going and going. I was listening to music, I'd done dishes, taken out like other stuff to recycling, doing some other cleaning, and I fell asleep for a little bit underneath the table. I'm not gonna lie. So, Mace, don't do what I do. Sleep. But I was glad I was awake, because I ended up being awake in the middle of the night, because I was like, well, I need to finish this stuff. And that I didn't. I wanted to check. I got up a little bit before reset time so I could get my movie tickets. And then I wanted to enjoy your dinner, Mace. I hope you're having something good. I don't know what I'm going to have. I don't know if I should have leftovers from last night, because dinner was bought for me since I was found and awoken asleep. Just, it's a very interesting situation, clearly, in my house. I should barbecue it, but I can't today because it legitimately this morning was raining. So I think I'm going to barbecue tomorrow. So it's not supposed to rain, because I have an electric smoker. We had Texas Roadhouse last night for dinner. My kids are visiting their grandparents. And so I had, like, yesterday free, and I have today free for a while. I have to get them later. So I will probably barbecue tomorrow. But because it's an electric smoker, when it rains, I can't use it, or it will ruin the smoker. So I can't which really stinks because the 4th of July here in the U.S., which is a major barbecue day, it's going to rain. So I've got to see if I can convince them that it's okay to put the smoker on the front porch so it'll be covered from rain. So I make my burgers on a Blackstone griddle. That's where the burgers get made. And I'm just learning how to cook on the Blackstone. But it's really fun. They're really good. Not gonna lie. I like to cook. If you guys haven't figured that out, I really like to cook. So since it's gonna rain, I may treat the kids because it takes a lot of dishes to do. I may make my white sauce. So it's a take on Alfredo, but it's a little creamier than what here in the U.S. we call Alfredo. It is not a traditional Italian Alfredo. So I like to call it a white sauce because it's a cream-based sauce. And I make a vegan version. We know we're getting at least 2 new collections. What we don't from the Dairy News, though, you guys, we're going to have a lot of events. Maybe 3. I wrote 3 new collections down in my notes. Just trying to see if I could find... next week's events for you guys. We should see some... There's going to be more. The question they did not answer yet, though, is are we keeping our previous collections? And that says a catch-22. For many of us, yeah, I think it was 3, Katina. That's what I've written down, but I want to say it's at minimum 2. I want to say it's 3 because we're going to have, I think, 1 for each of the county fairs, which we have 2 county fair events. And then we're going to have the new task event, which will give us 3. So where I am, our city does put on fireworks, weather pending. Right now, it's supposed to storm. Where we used to live, we could actually watch the fireworks from, so where we used to live was, we were in a townhouse. So there's a bunch of townhouses that are, I don't know if you guys have ever seen them, but here, I think it's fairly common. The townhouses there's just, but I think it was 6 of them. All they're connected, but they look connected next to each other, and they formed a U. But on the back of the U, to make it more like a D shape, they actually built handicap accessible apartments on the bottom floor, and then the top floor had bigger apartments as well that you just had to walk upstairs to get to them. And they were a little bit bigger than the townhouses, but they were apartments. So you had somebody above you and next to you. They were definitely connected. You could hear through the walls. My best friend lived in one of the apartments for a while. So but if you went behind the apartments that they built in this big field, you could see all of the fireworks for the towns, but you couldn't really hear them real loud. It was perfect. As my kids being special needs, the sensory sound is hard for them. Absolutely gorgeous to watch. The fireworks, you couldn't see some of the low ones go off, but all the big, spectacular fireworks went off. I am expecting next week to see fireworks coming. Well, I would have liked to see them say fireworks would be coming in, but I know that this is really like a U.S. celebration. But there are things going on around the world. But we get them at 4th of July. But, the fireworks that go off in the swimming area is kind of what we're used to. I don't know if we can see them at the place we live now. And I'm sure we will hear them. I don't know if we walk, because there's more trees, because this is the old original part of the town area where houses were built. The house was built right before 1900, the main portion of this house, so it just really nice, but it's still a really old house, and it's in a very old part of town that has a lot of trees, so I don't think we're going to be able to see it, which I don't know if we'll hear it or not. But they have fireworks. They don't do like a big like town cook thing or anything. Even in this area, so if we cross the river, we're into like the main part of St. Louis, where you guys didn't know, I live in the my helps are broken again, by the way. If anybody else's aren't, whatever's going on with Supercell ID has messed with friends and the update they've done. FYI. But they have a big festival of fireworks and food over there, where they have multiple vendors. They have musical performances. In our small town, we just have a fireworks show. If we go halfway between where I live and St. Louis, there's a military base. They do fireworks around there, and sometimes a flyover. This year, unfortunately, the weather is predicted for rain, so I don't think we're going to get much. My kids and I will watch, and sometimes we'll go over to my mom's on the other side of the river over in St. Charles. And we'll watch and barbecue over there. It's just supposed to be a stormy, rainy mess this year. And we have some family stuff going on, which is why I may not be streaming the next 2 Mondays and fully taking over some of Jen's timing, either Wednesday and Fridays or Wednesday and Saturday combination, because my kids have doctor's appointments. I've got family members that have potential appointments for determining surgery. I have a checkup for something that I'm pretty sure if I don't follow through and I reschedule one more time, Jen may drive here and strangle me for. So we're working on it. It'll be very interesting to see what happens this year. If nothing else, we'll watch fireworks on TV. If my kids want to. We'll see. I'm curious have you guys seen the Dairy News enough to know and vote on, if we did a poll, what your thoughts are? Because we're not getting I don't think we're getting a clear enough communication. We don't know if these collections are going to stay. So for those of you who really like to see this complete collection when somebody's going to come to your farm, because you can't see them, if this stays just like the kid in the Maggie book, does it bother you? Is it going to not bother you? What happens if you are not like big on playing those task events because of the way they fill up your barn? And if we're going to be having them like this, can we please make the algorithm for the boats be a little more compatible? That is what they need to do. I am okay with 2 of the county fair events. Here's why. It gives good XP. You want to play the lucky bonus, fine. If you don't, you do the points, you still get a reward. What they did they have their own holiday in Finland right now. So they're like, I told you guys it was going to be a pre-recorded drop of the Dairy News. And it was going to be kind of a surprise because technically they start holiday Monday. Like, it is a national holiday. I called it. So you're going to be getting what they've done to try to see, I know a lot of countries have like a little something around the time that they'll celebrate. Like in June, you've got Trooping of the Color in Britain. I watch it. I'm a nerd. I like the parades. The pomp and pageantry is really cool. At New Year's, my kids and I have like a really weird tradition, and it's been lackluster because they haven't had as many people out to do it. There's so many countries set off fireworks on 4th of July where they have like a really cool celebration going on. So we would do and YouTube's changed. YouTube you could go and watch like basically all the country festivals from at least somebody on YouTube for different ones. So we would pick we'd watch like the fireworks go off in Paris for New Year's. We've watched it countdown in like Egypt. Like we would pick a country from a different time zone, and sometimes we'd stream. And sometimes you'd find some of the bigger news outlets would just stream a little bit on YouTube. And last year we didn't find that, and that was really sad. But Lunar New Year's was definitely not even close to New Year's. And so some of the things, and I like that. I wish we actually did something more here in the U.S. for New Year's than like the ball drop. There's not, I don't know. It's a music. It's a big drinking festival. I can't say that. It's a big adult festival. It's not as family friendly as some of the other countries are. So I don't ever make it a huge deal here. We definitely, if they want to see fireworks at school, our favorite 4th of July happens to be the year that Hamilton came out on as a movie. We watched Hamilton for 4th of July that year. That is probably the biggest time that we did a big celebration. We did a barbecue with my best friend because we were in quarantine. And we quarantined together. And we made homemade ice cream sandwiches for the kids. And we watched Hamilton and try to keep kids watching Hamilton for that long. was a task, and they made it. So I'm really impressed with them. Peter, you're going to blow it all before the month's over with. How are you going to make it? Today's the last day. Well, okay, so we're technically time wise, it may have ended. So in the U.S., it's supposed to be, but it could be. You guys, they actually, I think, planned and left the lead singer up long enough to carry over into the beginning of the month because they realized that the demographic of players, there's quite a few that are retired, and beginning of the month is when the money pays out here in the U.S. If you're usually, it's a typical thing. Whether you're retired and you're getting your Social Security, not, or if you're disabled or your pensions, they tend to pay out. Whether you're private, public, which however way you do it here, they tend to pay it around the first of the month. If the first falls, depending on how it falls, because of the banks, sometimes you'll get it a little early, sometimes you won't. It also depends on if you get it sent to you by mail or direct deposit. So I think they figured some of that out. And a lot of people get paid towards like the middle and the beginning of the month overall. And they've legitimately have somebody whose job at Supercell works on the looking at the spending, their monetization specialist is what their job title is. And if you're ever curious, I mean, they don't hide what their jobs are that fully. The ones that are open to public are there. No, if my code is not working in Squad Busters, my code is done for at the moment. If you guys were not in Ricky's stream on Friday, I have a new NDA with Supercell, and it covers more than what just getting into the academy does. However, it does not give me rights to a code. I don't have like the super access the way that Jen or Ricky or Schromer does. They're not happy about which Russell, the lead singer, that was just that was an absolute screw up. But I do have some more access and information than I previously had in some ways. And I'm still trying to figure out what I'm allowed to share or not share. So if I say I'm not sure about something, I'm not trying to... Okay. Well, thanks, Peter. Today's the last day. So I know today, unless they extended it and I didn't check because I haven't been back in there since I've gotten my new NDA the other day, which is partially thanks to you guys for me hitting the next milestone with the subscriptions on Twitch. Like, that partnership coming in, and that should be going hopefully live soon. No, I've straightened them. I would like to thank whoever... I did not recognize the name, the YouTube name, which, this is why just going live without a plan is so bad for me. You're all over the place, so thank you for all who have stayed. I'm sure I'm driving you nuts not playing. I could at least be weeding. Ooh. Let's throw down... Actually, let's throw down some soybeans. Hey. My fast harvest was not working. Doesn't want to work. My hands are too sweaty, I guess. There it goes. Okay. It is really cool. It also gives them an algorithm of who... I think it's unfair, but it's also fair. Who's coming... Like, who's getting support, and that helps. So I'm really glad that those who are able to and got some... I think everybody who got my support, Peter, my youngest son, so I supported myself. And thank you guys for those who've played with me or him in Squad Busters and sent requests, because that has been fun. I've used his account to play. It's something I'm adjusting to. It really messed with my vertigo for first bit because of the way some of the movement goes. But it's going to be better than Project Rise. I think Project Rise is going to make my vertigo a little nuts. But I appreciate the support. You guys getting me on Twitch, the next level of subscribers, has helped. We get there with YouTube. I'm going to be able to keep moving up. And new ones like... Daisy's not new. But even new ones like Cindy, who's been putting... Mama Tato. She's got just gameplay out. There's a few more that have started to do some. I'm hoping to get some more videos. I have a bunch of them set and saved that I'm trying to tweak. But I've kind of had to space it out. Jen and I accidentally... we really accidentally recorded not the same video, but recorded something, and I've helped a few other new players. If you've seen, I've been tagged in like my Hayden or Jordan's video where I helped him show a good way to do a trade method and a one for one and how to do it. That's one version. Jen put hers out. I have my own video and I'm holding off on it. So there was some time. I didn't want anybody to think I was copying anybody else's videos. It's just funny when we have some of the same ideas. And part of that's because we talk behind the scenes in groups, and then we'll trigger ideas for each other. Oh, thanks, Suzanne. Yeah, I was really happy to be able to help him. I'm willing to help and try to support. And thanks, Chris. Try to help and support the new ones as I can. Always good to get some out. So I appreciate. I think today's the last day for Squad Busters, though. They have some things in Squad Busters that I hope, and was disappointed that the Dairy News didn't include. I really thought for sure, really did think, and I still think, that they're updating some of the software and coding and things behind the scenes, with giving us the new filter here, with giving us this book, which the placement needs to... It's driving me nuts. Mia said my fields were driving him nuts. Somebody left me a comment about that, and I went and straightened them all out because I'll just play them down. And then they deleted the comment after I straightened them out. And if anybody is wondering, the first person who won, I won't say their name because they took a while to get back to me. And they did not want the Farm Pass or the diamonds. They just commented to be nice, which is absolutely fine. And I know it does make... Mace, were you secretly the one who left a comment? Because I did not go into edit mode and do this. I did it all by hand. I even cut down a tree. You guys, I cut down a tree. If you didn't even notice, I cut down a tree to make the fields easier to see. Because now I have deco in that area. I did it all by hand. I know you can do it in edit mode. I am not a fan of edit mode. It really needs some big changing. Like, this is not updated to the new ones. It's going to be, in all likelihood. This part hasn't been fixed. Yeah, I cut an OG tree down for the fields so I could see. I couldn't even see that one of them wasn't. But I don't like... I figured it wasn't your maze, but it was just going to be crap because I was like, I didn't realize it bothered people that much. I just put them down the way they come out. Like, I keep all my... Like, I try to keep my trees and other plants in, like, kind of like a grouping and pattern. But they are placed around what's naturally there, unless I accidentally cut something down. And when they did the lane expansion over this way, they put in less OG trees, which is great. But now over here, there's more OG trees again because people are like, oh, I cut down all my OG trees. Some things bother me, and I like having like my trees in grouping, so I'm not going and looking for them. But the edit mode really does bother me. Like, all my items have been placed. If we were to pull them out and play with them, though, like, if I have a bunch of like the tombstones and I place them down and then I want to do it, like, you still have to turn it. It only gets placed in one direction. Like, if I wanted them all this way, I have to hand do it. So why am I going into edit mode to do some of it? It still, like this is nice. I have 20 decos out. Pull them all out. Like 20 decos. Where? It wasn't that many. This isn't one that I've used because it's not exciting to me. Like, if I had bigger areas like Jen or Chris, who really does have a great town, we'll go look at it. Maybe. And we're going to be getting a lot more. It is till the collection ends that you can buy the lead singer. So the 1 day 12 hour, or 2 days 12 hours. So actually not quite. You're a day short because this is 3 days. This is as long as the catalog is open. We still don't know 100% if the new collection pages will be added to the book and you can see them or not. I am going with they're going to stay. but that hasn't been an official answer. And this still is in beta. They are going to end. So you'll get like a page like this, or you'll be here and you'll see, I don't know who doesn't have, I don't want to pick on anybody who doesn't have a full. Reddit has all this. So like his is going to look different than mine. We'll pick on my own self. So you come in here, he has all of this, and you're going to see this. You're going to, if you were to come to mine, yeah, so the chest ends when, in theory, the chest ends. Okay. In all fairness, you guys can see my diamond count. I'm going to have to buy diamonds here. I usually buy the big packs and support. If we go into the shop, if I were to buy, this is what throws. So it's 220 plus the lead singer, and it's $1 less than the 275. If never buy diamonds in store, you guys should always be using. If you want to know where my diamonds went, they have all gone to trying to get that singer in this chest. Or almost all of them. I accidentally spent 15 diamonds on a balloon. It's a little asleep. In principle, I do not want to buy the lead singer. Because it's only 500 music notes that I am getting for a complete collection. However, I want a complete collection. I proudly spend money on this game. You guys know I spend money on this game. And I think this is where they've really gone wrong. And you're going to be able to tell if I understand what's coming correctly. That you're going to have to get the full collections, you're going to have to do these tasks. Not just that, I think you're going to be investing in this new full farm pass, which I think is degrading the farm pass. So we'll see what comes on Monday. Hopefully, the dentist won't be. I know, but then I'm gonna spend. I'm spending diamond. I'm getting the diamonds. It's 220, and it's $9 out of 100. But I mean, I spent like 590 diamonds. I've opened 10 of these chests. And I have the worst luck. I'm not even attempting to do it again. You're also feisty ones today. I like the guarantee, and this is where they get you. So for me, the guarantee is worth it because I'm getting diamonds, which I could spend on opening. The other ones I spent to are, which ones are fully maxed out now? I maxed out a couple of machine slots. Oh, the pasta is fully maxed out on slots. My bakery, I maxed out a couple of those. So if you think, well, Peter, it depends. So are you like me who always spends the $100 on the 4,400 diamonds? Because if you do that, then no. If you take into account the price difference, you guys, we're gonna do just in game, okay? Just in game. We're getting 220 for $9 here in the U.S. Okay, I don't know. Oh, I always spend Rosenars. I will not go without them. So right now you're spending 24.5 cents per diamond if you get the 220. If you get the in-game, it's 27.5 diamonds. So if you were to buy the sack of diamonds here, the 275, you're paying 27.5 cents per diamond. If you buy the lead singer, you're getting the lead singer guaranteed. You're getting 220 diamonds, and you're paying 3 cents less per diamond. So it is a deal if you want to justify it. It is a deal overall, and it's a guaranteed way to do it. But it adds for the next 90 days. You don't have any ads when you do your movie tickets. However, you're only getting 500 music notes and a completed book for when somebody comes. If you're somebody who doesn't care about, I find it interesting. I don't care about Maggie. You guys come to my style book or my collection book. I really only have the special ones. I've had a few others that I really liked. Like I loved the teal plank wall. It's one of my favorites. I've been jealous. I'm really excited to use this one for Christmas. The music notes will be visible on the front awning here, in case anybody wants to know. They are part of the walls. It will totally depend on what you get for the this front here. So like if I were, you can see how it cuts it off. So it'll work with like the stable. Okay, it actually doesn't look bad. You won't see the music notes here if you do the stable, but you have to change the roof. And this is where you're going to get into spending some of your in-game currencies, and they're going to be making money off of you. I also wish they would move. You guys can't even see this, and there's no way for me to show it. Where the stable is for what wall you're getting, put it on top here. I don't want, like part of me is okay with the fact that you can see that somebody has a collection, but what I don't like is I can't see what I'm missing. What is the title for when it comes up in game? I gotta go to somebody else's. Just because I know, Peter, you're gonna be picked on. If you let me down, I'm gonna really cry. Kidding. This is where the difference is gonna be, okay? We're gonna go. Peter, what do you need help with? Vote again. Nope, sorry. So we can see Peter's collection book. It's not free. It's not fair to free-to-play players. I mean, if there's somebody who really, I guess, Katina, by the way, is the one who won the farm pass. The first person passed in my random name generator who left a comment. Katina won the farm pass, just so everybody knows. That me donating to her is coming in a video for the farm pass bundle, so that it's a how-to, and I really appreciate her letting me do that. She was the second winner. But, okay, so back to this. Peter doesn't have all of them. He has more than me. But when you go to his book, you can see what it is. How does this not, like, how? How can we not have this on our farms the way we used to have it? And I have to go visit anybody else. I mean, I understand how we have it. It's the jump feature. This jump feature addition that they've created takes you back to your farm, right to where Maggie is, and you click on it, but I can't do it here. So if I don't remember, it should be back here on the farm the way we used to have it originally as well. But if you are a person who doesn't mind, somebody who can come and see, this is what you've spent in your book, and I'm not trying to pick on Peter. I knew he's got, a in-between amount. Oh. Mace, I actually did enter you because we had talked about that, so you were on there. So I did the random name generator. First place is the person I won't message or won't tell you because they asked me not to. They turned down. They didn't want it. Mace, we had already talked about it. If anybody didn't know, my TikTok was temporarily had a strike against it, which they did remove it. This rock and roll surprise box, whatever we're gonna call it, I don't know what they're going to change this to. This thing got me a strike on TikTok. And then putting up a thing because you're entering a giveaway means you're gambling. I just strike because they well, I don't know why they didn't want diamonds. I was willing to donate diamonds, and I still would have given away a farm pass. That was fine. No, I didn't even call it that on my TikTok. So the video was I think it's pronounced Pilly Tutorials. She also got a strike against her on TikTok for the same thing. We had to go. I asked her how to do how to get around it. Oh no, it was a fluke thing because they're in part for me. Hers was different than mine. But it was under similar things. So you can do a giveaway. I figured that out. because Ricky's done giveaways through there, and it's a little different because like there was an automatic code. It wasn't like leave it. And then I asked Jen how she did hers, and so part of it was my wording. It wasn't based on this, but it was because I had it in the video, and I was showing this, and then I did a quick picture through of this, and I should have left out I should have left this out, but I would have been okay. That's where my strike came from. Enjoy, Katina. So I figured out how to do it. My TikTok's fine. It's reinstated. I can start using again. I'm super excited. I don't need any more town. But I have to just watch. And that's something I have to learn with doing some of them. My YouTube got the strike for what Russell typed that I said. And I got that. I don't know what we're supposed to call it. Like, button box, surprise box. We should have a naming contest. Hey, Ian, I'm going to go with calling it Community Surprise Box. Well, the community ones were the ones that we earned. So this one here, surprise box works. Surprise chest probably works. But I'm going to stick with box just in case. They're getting a little bit more of a crackdown on some of the things that are allowed to be said. And if you're not, like the clearest, it is a dumb box. I will agree, Ian. I wasted almost 600 diamonds. Nothing stings more than one goat milk. Like this is, I can't tell you how many times I got like a cake or a goat milk, or I didn't mind the fish fillets because I don't like fishing. I had a random balloon at one point. I feel like the 6% were more than 9%. I did get an additional dancer, car, lighting tech, and I want to say path pieces, but I'm not sure if that's the other one I got. But it's not, it was not they were not the lead singer. And you'd think with an equal number, but you have to think 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 10, 11. You had 11 items you ended up being able to get through. I think it's because I waited for a while, too. So, originally, day one it was out, I was like, no, I'm going to wait and see what they do for shop offer. And I waited for a while. The first day, some of these weren't all available. The meet and greet, nor the lighting tech was in here. They added the meet and greet first, and then the lighting tech. There wasn't 11 to start with, and I should have done it sooner. But I really thought when they put it up when the book came out and they said shop offer, that it was going to be like 59 diamonds for just it, not the box. Like we were going to get it in. That's not a 3 and 11. It's a 1 in 11 chance. Because, well, okay, yeah, I guess you're right. It's 3 and 11 because you get the 3. But that's on that section, and I didn't always end up with, it just wasn't. When we get the mystery catalogs, which is what I think they were going 4 here. There's quite a few because this is an OG one that have 13. So like if they had done like when they added the Mediterranean, we could have gotten hold on. Just trying to see if I can find the picture. I can't. Okay, can't find it. I will find it eventually. After we're all done. But this was a mess. We'll see what happens with the new ones, with the new collections. We should not have to be paying to do it. Like, I don't necessarily mind if we have the freeway. I think this is just a really... I get that they need a boost to their income. I think there's other ways they could have done it, and it would have been really fun. So we will see what they changed. I'm looking forward to it. We know with the we know that there's a chance that we're going to be getting farm pass in some of these. Whether it's going to be in the beginning of the farm pass, so it stays in the cheaper side, or if it's going to be expensive, or it's going to be free versus paid. We don't fully know on some of these. Here's where they're losing out, I think, and they missed something. We're re-getting a bunch of deco from the past in the new events. And, like, that's cool for free-to-play players. And that's the way to thank them. But then it doesn't encourage some of us who are pay-to-play. So I think they're rebalancing it in a sense. Does that make sense? Like, oh, okay, you're not buying the deco packs. We're gonna put them in the extended part of the farm pass, or you're going to have to be in the spot. And if you did pay for it, then maybe you get to skip this part of it, or you're gonna end up with a second one. I think they're trying some new things, but I don't know that it's a for sure that that's what they're going to do. And I wish they would say something. I wish they'd be like, okay, we're just trying to do this because we want to upgrade, or we're trying to see, like, even put out a community poll, like, hey, what do you think about, would you prefer to keep getting diamond deco packs? Would you prefer to have diamond offers in here, which we don't have any left, like we get with some of the decos where it's just that have returned? Would you rather have decos exclusively in parts of the farm pass? class would you rather besides the chick ones? Like, give us some options, not just like depending on how you spend your money is how we're going to shape things. Because what if one month a group of us, because it's like January, we have after Christmas more money and we're able to do things. But then February there's like a huge drop or something. Is it, burnout? Is it timing? Like, ask the community a little bit more with some of these things. And definitely have that communication with your CCs that have it. I will tell you guys next week's events though. Before I get any more distracted here, it seems. It should be the Power Derby ones. It's what I see. So if you guys really want to like try stacking for that, you guys kind of can't. Hey Adam. Well, and come July, you're talking every week has an event in July. How many weeks are there in July? Hold on, let me look at my calendar real quick. We're gonna go for July. We are looking at 4 full weeks. Okay, so if they don't do a run over into August on that last week, I will be so annoyed. And in all likelihood, and it will, but it's annoying because seeing some of the things that are coming and knowing those are $20. Like, we all know that I usually buy and if you don't, I usually buy the chest of diamonds. What did I miss? Okay, I did. Oh. Okay, you guys, that is not on my, no, it can't. Because that is a mandatory word that gets highlighted by YouTube now. So I changed the settings, and that's why, like, I went live and then there's a little bit of delay before you get the notifications. Ricky's is the same way. Jen's has her set up slightly different, and I need to start trying to do that. There's but mistype, which is not meant to. I know you didn't mean anything by it, 70s girl, 70s CJs. Either way you want to use it, because I do have some of my the second tag and the last tag currently are you can send a request. They're gonna sit there. They are pending in like a what's called vacation mode for a video. I gotta finish next week's events. You guys, I got so distracted. There's a new event every week. I'm hoping that we're not going to have an overlap of events next month. Maybe that will help with some of the burnout. It's very easy to do because there's a lot going on. And YouTube has now gotten you're fine. Somebody's girl autocorrect changes her name quite a bit. I don't think Boop is going to take offense to it. But YouTube has done this. They've added some more. They're not. Oh, I noticed a difference too. Trust me. The point where I wanted to get to, though, because I already had it, was actually because of the triple. It's easy enough done, as long as. Thank you for the follow on Twitch, Mr. Muhammad. I hope I'm saying that correctly. Welcome. Okay, so we're gonna have Power Derby. I will honestly say Phoebe probably has the best video if you want to try stacking. So similar to how you see these tasks in the morning, and you would potentially stack for them to collect later today, which will go collect my beeswax and finish this event up here. So, like, it's stacked here. I've got the task. I've taken it, collected it, I've claimed it. Now we're going to pop all these crazy oh, geez, 1 cent. Oh, my. That made the world of difference. I've completed it. I do hope Phoebe is feeling better. If none of you were aware, she is under the weather, and we all send her well wishes that she feels better. I don't have the resources, unfortunately. I may have some axes I could sell. That would be it. You'd have to. You can add me on this main farm. The last I heard, she still was not. At least not 100%. So, but she does have an amazing video on stacking, even for the Power Derby. So, like you would for this, can go over to her channel and get it, and try the stacking to get it through pretty fast. And that may help you if you want to rush her, depending on. The farm pass starts. You only have 4 full weeks, counting the first week of July. Which means if we're depending on how they're running these events, 2 county fairs and a task event. I don't know if they're giving us a week off next week. Not allowed to say, even if I did know. Otherwise they potentially are going to be running in between, and we know that by August they're going to want to do it. We could see an overlap run into August. I just don't see it. So I would expect them that next week, but I'm not. From the information I have, we're going to have a spin the wheel on Monday, of course. I believe it's going to be for puzzle pieces. Sorry. For those of you who don't need it, I don't understand why they didn't give us the sanctuary baby animals. They should have. They didn't. We will also get 3 times the farm pass points. On Tuesday, we should have truck for expansion materials. It will throw up some. Ooh, I got about 10 in the back here. No guarantees there, though. Wednesday, we should have voucher boats. Woohoo! Boat event back. There's some conflicting on whether or not we're going to have some extended farm pass through time or not. So I am going with it only is going to be on Monday. And honestly, that could still be wrong. You're at least Monday going to have double farm pass. I do not believe. I think it was a mistake, the 3, but for an extended period, but it may happen. So just there's a chance. I'm not gonna say it won't happen. I won't say it will. We normally only get double for the first day of the month. Yes, we still have a little bit on the first wrap up of the birthday catalog available, but I don't see them extending the 3-time farm pass points into the beginning of July for the birthday. But there has been somebody who has reported. I do think that's wrong. I think we're only going to see 2 times farm pass on Monday. So if you only see 2 times farm pass, unless they come out with something different tomorrow, which even then, you guys got to check in game. SCCs will try to get them on social media, but they haven't been posting to social media themselves. So we'll do our best to make sure we're updated. Until tomorrow, we have no. This is just our best information. I know, Russell. It's so tiring. So again, Monday will be spin the wheel, puzzle pieces. Should also be farm pass points, at least double. There's a chance it could be triple. Tuesday, you'll have trucks for for M's. Those expansion materials. We don't know which at this point. Wednesday, voucher boats. Thursday, we'll have a production event. A 20% boost to 3 random machines. On Friday, you will get it should be, I believe, all fishing, a 20% boost. And then, of course, the double farm pass points. Saturday, we'll go back to town visitors for 2 times the coin. And then Sunday, we are going to have a dual event. It should be a 2-time faster production on 3 random plants or trees, your fruits, if you want to call it, along with the 2 times XP trucks. So that is next week. So once again, Power Derby. We have new Power Derby tasks that are not great because we don't have full new items to go on, but still, usually about, depending on the task, half to 2/3 the original task. Boats are definitely half, trucks are half. depending on which of the, you have less than half if you do the like, town with multiple. You guys are so funny. I think the derbies are getting to be a little predictable through the month, unfortunately. But maybe we'll get some mix-up. The Mystery Derby was actually really good last time. If it's going to be like that, you know, then I know some people struggled. But I guess hopefully nobody. Everybody's really chill. You guys are always just really great viewers to have. You guys are really chill about it. Make sure you guys are sending your boats so that you can finish getting the deco that you want. Okay, here, before I go, do you guys want me to collect the Farm Pass chick vouchers and XP on stream? And if I collect the Farm Pass chick vouchers, it's going to see whether or not they take them out of the catalog for me here, because I will be over the limit. Otherwise, I'm buying from the catalog first, because they can't take the Farm Pass ones away. But you all know I don't care about the bird. I'm going to buy the flamingo. I am at 21 out of 25. So if I buy the Farm Pass, or if I collect the Farm Pass without buying, it could cut the catalog off. And then I'll turn around and I'll buy the flamingo. If you want to see if that's what happens, I have no problem. Because I haven't bought the new flamingo yet. You guys didn't see that. Oh, I'll put an extra one in. So you guys have that. So we can do I'll go over the limit. So I have no problem, but Peter, I can still buy birds. So if we go over the limit, I'll untrigger it. So if you want to know what happens, if it's going to do that, I have birds left to buy, Russell. So it's not a problem. I've got a peacock. I've got plenty of birds to buy. I've already tried this to see what happens and have lost like some from a few months because of the limits, and it should only affect the Farm Pass. But if you collect what's in I don't know if it's going to trigger the catalog. I will, Mace, but here, let's do this. Here's what we're going to do. We're going to put myself over the... Oh, that's the wrong voucher. That was a 5. It's not what I want to do. It's not what I want to do. That's not what I want to do. Wait, go away. Okay, so I'm at 22 because I collected 1. And I collected 5 feet per second. Okay, we're going to go over. I know we're going over because there's 5 in the Farm Pass. We're going to do this. I don't think it's going to black... The way it blacks out the Farm Pass, if you go over before the Farm Pass, it shouldn't affect the catalog. I don't think it's going to affect the catalog. Nope, it doesn't affect the catalog. Hey, Raph! So you get 5 on there. I purposely didn't buy them at the beginning of the month. Well, that's what I want to see, Russell. So I've been up to 29 so far in a month. At Christmas, I went to 29. So we can go another 5 yet. So if I do... See, I have the maximum amount. I cannot buy it. So you can't go over. They have changed the catalog. 27 I should have. 26. 1 over. So they have changed the catalog. Just so you're aware. So I want to do this. Now, if I hadn't collected the chick vouchers from the Farm Pass or the event, I've been up. You used to be able to go over in the catalog. That's why. Oh, I will go buy a bird. But this is why I wanted to do this and check. So whether it was buying it from the buying from the catalog first would have maxed me out at 25. I couldn't have bought all 5 from there because I got 1 from the event. So I would have only been allowed to get 4 before I had to. So they have fixed the catalog so you can't go over the thing. They did not fix it with the Farm Pass. So if you had gotten to if we had gotten to 25 and I quit at 25 and didn't get them from the thing, I could have collected the 5 from there and probably put me at 30. But they are capping it better. So they have put that in. And I wondered if they did that in the background. So we have. So now we have to go buy a bird. We'll buy the second flamingo. The American flamingo. I don't know what makes it so different. Just gonna cruise over to my birdhouse here, you guys. Okay. So now we've spent down. Now I can go back and collect the 5 from here. This should let me collect. Boom. Boom. Now I'm going to have to buy another bird, you guys. So if I get all of the chick vouchers from the thing, they either have to raise it or add new birds. We may find ourselves with yet another bird, maybe even next month. Ruff, I don't like the birds. I think this is absolutely the worst thing, though. Like, I don't mind that they're there. Like, I like that. The cap on them is wrong. You are not forced to buy the dogs or the cats or the puppies or the guinea pigs, any of the voucher, the horses, the donkeys. You are not forced to buy them. I wait until I'm at my max and then I will buy the animal either that y'all rather me have or that I like the best out of what's left. Because I don't think it's right. Yes, I only want the birds I really want, and I want to be able to place them in other places. Ref, but that means you're low on them. It is completely unfair. Like, no other vouchers have a limit. You can't have to spend on the pets. There's incentives for spending on the pets. I appreciate. Thank you for the follow. I am sorry I cannot read your name over on Twitch. Thank you so much. Hello and welcome. I think it's unfair that we're forced to do that because I think like the flamingos are going to look better. Well, actually, the flamingos I'd probably put in the top. I think the flamingos would look really cute here. Some of them would look so much better over in the fishing area. Like, I'd put the pelicans over here. This is more what a pelican would naturally be drawn to. I think we should also potentially have other animals than birds. I get that we have one birdhouse. I like that we've cleared up space. And having one birdhouse for all of those animals versus like, okay, we've had a max of 3 in every other house. I do like that, but oh, they could. They really could. Russell has been watching me since my first stream. Russell, I think, was probably not my first subscriber, but definitely within my first 5. Peter was too. They're on it. They are great supporters to have. And Russell was so kind to step up and be a mod for me when I first started. So you are really close since the beginning. Russell was actually in a few before you, Mace. Some of my very first trials. And I was really close, though. And you've fallen asleep. But he's got the luxury of being in the same time zone as me, I think, or close to it, so he can stay up. But I don't think that this rule is fair. Like, they could easily code this, or should be able to put the pets in other areas, even if it's just like the birds. Like, even if they said, okay, we're adding these chick catchers and birds, but they're going to be in the fishing area, and we can only put them in the fishing area, I wouldn't complain as much. I do like peacocks on the farm. Peacocks naturally tend to be on farms. That's fairly true. Ostriches, outside of their natural habitat, depending on the ostrich, we have ostrich farms here. One where the first place in Illinois I lived, one of the first jobs I had was a nanny, and I babysat next on a farm, in between where I lived, and so I lived on, like, if it's not legit correctly, on the farm, the first place we lived in here. We lived here. Next door was the house where I was a nanny at, and then on the other side of that farm was an ostrich farm, and they didn't eat the ostriches. They just raised them and sold ostrich eggs. So I could even understand if the ostriches had come in as a bird on the farm, but natural habitat wise, like, you don't see pelicans or cockatoos on a farm. Maybe, in a birdhouse, yes, in an aviary, which, like, Even the herons, they will come by lake. I used to live on a street called Heron. Uh, so they will come to lakes. So if your farm is one where you naturally have a lake and an atmosphere, but it's just not normal, I'm gonna buy the last. So if I'm not over the limit yet. I'm at 19. If I go through and I buy, I'm going to, when I hit, won't be at the limit. I'm gonna buy the last peacock. Even though I don't think it's as pretty, I'm gonna buy the last peacock. I guess I could buy it now while we're buying. We're gonna buy the peacock. Actually, no, I'm not. I'm gonna say that for a video. They could have originally programmed the birds to go there. They could even remove. Yeah, so I don't. If they're gonna have a limit, just change what they're used for. Like add in other animals. Like why can't we have a deer on our farm? Hey, give us some deers. There's white-tailed deers. There's red-tailed deers. There's that's just locally here. We could have it. Like if we're gonna have a sanctuary with some things like give us maybe like a polar bear or a koala. But like maybe instead of like or there's an exchange rate that you can use the chick vouchers for like they get their birds and you go, oh, birds. It's a bird. We call them a chick voucher, so they're going to be used for birds. Dude, just think it through. Program it to. Are you going to tell me that the platform in which you put the. Well, that's what I was about to say. So there's a. I wouldn't put them. Like, if I were going to do it, I would, and it could only go in one place. I would have put them in the fishing area because we know things can be added here. We have the net maker, we have the lobster pool, we have the duck salon. We could have put over in this area, made it so that you could put some that are roaming around. Okay, and I know that the programming is going to make it a little harder in the fishing area, but you already have that in the town. So, could it have made it laggy? Yes, but we already can put all of that stuff here. Ref, but we may have like around 60 pets, but you have it. I know they're going to be having to do some updates to all of these things, and I think the order in which you're going to see them is we saw the new UI. We got this new kind of UI here. And while it did change some of the lane underground, I think it helped to bring some of it. And with each piece, they're bringing some of it up. I don't know that they've programmed every bit of this on the same platform. Some of the newer stuff maybe, okay, 71 exactly. And that's with the birds, though. If you take the birds out, the birds are the only ones you're forced to have. Or your option is like on the free road, one expansion material. I'm sorry. You're going to tell me an exclusive item that I can only get by paying the farm pass Like, all the free road 1M still isn't quite right, in my opinion. But, okay, 1M. On the paid, it's like 2M's. But you're not having to put all of the pets in the town. Like, if you just put the birds in the town, that's not... I mean, that's a lot, Raph, if you're putting all of it in there. You already have the basis for programming, so that'd be the easiest place to have moved it. I would say that would 100% make sense. But we're just talking about the birds. We are up to quite a few birds. You're looking at 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, 17 right now. So if you're talking, there's going to be more, or they're going to have to change. I mean, eventually they're going to run out of birds. They're going to eventually have to do something different with these chick vouchers. You're seriously going to tell me we're going to keep going and going and going with these chick vouchers and birds for as long as Heyday's around? They've got to change us. That's got to be in the works down the road. That's not an option. It's just something that has to be done. Well, some of the birds can't normally fly, though. I mean, the cockatoos can fly. Pelicans have flight. They don't fly a ton, though. But they're going to have to change. Why are we holding... Hey, Sanka. Why are we holding on to this right now? What birds are you going to keep going with to make this? And at what point are we going to cut off and be like, okay, seriously, this is a farming game. Why are we putting this on our farm? Even if you have these pond, lake areas like I have next to mine, which is good for them. What are we, something has to be done. We're not going to go another, or we're saying the longevity of Heyday isn't actually as long as we believe it is. This isn't going to be a game that can be around another 5, 10 years. And I could tell you, for most games that have a longevity life, where their goal is to have that, okay, they usually have a rough roadmap 5 years out of where they want to see the game go. And I say rough in very broad strokes. Like, if you were to be writing a paper back in school and you worked on mapping it out and you know what your end game is, they have, in 5 years, we want to be able to do, you can change the seasons in the game to whatever season you want, no matter where you live. No matter what time of year it is, it doesn't do the auto change. You can do that. Okay, so 5 years, we're going to have, let's say, seasons per farm. Okay? That's they want to have that. Okay? But then let's say at that point they want to hit they're gonna have a goal of 5 billion active farms, possibly. This is guessing, okay? They have to have a goal of how they're going to expand this to have all of this. But it's true. You are trapped by the coding that's available. you're now talking about AI coming in through a lot of this stuff and using it. It's going to take this on a whole other thing. Like 5 years from now, like my 5 year goal, if I'm on the team looking at this and seeing where just the like VR is at, I'm going to say we're going to have a VR interactive farm that you could maybe turn off or turn on. You know, like, it's not going to matter. You're going to have different angles. You're going to be able to see around. We're going to. So maybe at the 3 year mark, you're going to have a plan out. Like, we're going to have an updated camera, multi-camera, or multi-angle camera. So an updated camera. Then you're going to break it down to like 1 year out. And then at 1 year out, you're going to get into finer bullets. At so many months, today is the last day for using codes. I'll double check. As far as I'm aware, today is the last day for using new the temporary codes from content creators. So like Raph, me, Daisy. I'll double check. Hold on. I gotta get into that system. Yeah, today's the last day. They did not update it or extend it. Man, and it's taken forever for this to update. So they're gonna have goals. No. I cannot officially retire. I wouldn't want to. I don't. Peter, I definitely did not make enough in that month. I don't know that I'm close, but I don't think I'm gonna like once everything clears. I don't know that I'll have even enough for the temporary payout amount. But that's funny and sweet that you think that that's even possible. Right. We're going over the next week because they have a plan. They may be adjusting it as they go. But because it's stored, I don't know how to explain this. Nice, like, yeah, you're seeing a farm, but the fact like things grow time wise and how all that works, it's because that's why you have to have internet access. That's why you can't play this game offline. And maybe that's a goal that they'll have. Like, hey, you can do so many activities offline, but it's not going to. You have a time period. I don't see it happening. That's not great for a game like this. Because it's really running on a server that doesn't shut off. That's why you can't play your farm when they go into maintenance mode or work on the servers. Because anything you do on your farm won't become saves. But, I mean, they have plans. They're going to be over revolving as new technology comes out and deciding what they do. But it's, I don't see them with anything but a plan to keep this going for a long. They have a long end game, and I'm really excited to see where they go. I just wish they were a little or a little more open. Wow, trying to read chat and talk at the same time. A little more open about, hey, like, This is, I know they don't want to get our hopes up. I think they also don't want to get creators' hopes up, and that's why creators aren't getting like, hey, this is what we have planned for like a year. But I think it'd be nice for them to say like, hey, we hear you, we're working on updating our systems, so Peter, will you let me know, like, or I guess Rick will have to let me know what he needs more potentially so that he has enough. So I can send his. Ricky does have a birthday coming up. If you guys would like to do something nice, you could always send him just a birthday card. I don't have a command for his fan mail. He has it up on his page, though. If you go over, send him even a birthday card. It's fairly cheap to mail, postcard, wish him a happy birthday. He loves collecting those bike plates. Like, I don't know if you guys have them in other countries, but like bicycles here in the US, we could get them for each state, like a license plate. He collects the mini versions of like our license plates. And he has a list somewhere on his page. So those are always fun to send him. Or treats that you know you can get through customs. No, nothing that wouldn't be allowed in Heyday. You can't send like an adult beverage. I don't think it's legal in other countries to mail those things, but you can always send him with something. He does not have all 50 states yet. No. I need to get the updated list. Lynn was keeping it. I don't know if Lynn still has it. Ricky had posted it. I had it, and it's not on my... It's not in my thing. And it's not one where I had it written down in notes. So... You're fine. It is super, super hot. It is getting quite late here. We've been going for a lot longer than I expected, considering we had no topic and this is just a, ooh, Jen's not going to be able to stream and you guys wanted something. Look, May, stop showing off. I've gotten one offer. One. I did get it. I got this one. The Mediterranean theme, and then this new, like, deco that they showed that goes along with these succulents. Ooh, I'm gonna have to find something different. Thanks, Nick. Oh, you're the best. I'm starting to get terrified on what to say because of this. I'm hoping they're not necessarily themes. The Mediterranean, if you guys hadn't noticed lately, last year especially, our machines followed the same kind of theme as the deco. So when we got the stew, we got deco that kind of matched it. When we got the taco, we've got paths and a fence that somewhat matched it. Yes, and the Alfred, and even on the thing. So my hope is, Russell, you know where I was going with it. I'm wondering, are we going to get a Mediterranean themed? Because this is steampunk. This new machine right here that I kind of have hidden behind trees for a reason, that reminds me of a steampunk. Yeah, I really think that Mediterranean is going to be the next theme that we have. We're going to get a machine that has, even if it's not like a Mediterranean product for something. But the deco tends to, like the Wheel of Fortune and Alfred deco that we get, tend to fall in line with some of the machines. I like that in a sense because you can create a little market, like a little fenced off area that they sometimes have. To go to Greg's. This is the one thing I don't like about the retention, because now I gotta scroll so far back to get to Greg's. I wish Greg's always stayed as the first spot. Like, Greg should always hold the first spot no matter where you scroll on your friend's bar. I'm writing that down. Okay. So we have like fenced off area here. How they over here? So like this right here, exactly what I was talking about with the taco, or with, is that the taco? I think that's the taco, right? Yeah, I'm fully mastered. We have the fences. We don't. It works a little bit with the pottery too. We kind of kept it in a coloration that would work with both of those. Baklava dessert maker. Possibly because then we're adding pastry dough to, which I don't think would be much different than the pasta sheets, but a phyllo dough, a pastry dough could definitely come through. And then you're adding another item to the pasta maker, because that would need to go through a machine like that to get it in fit enough sheets. So Russell, that's not a bad, like, throwing out there guess. It really could do some things. Yeah, I know it's a, I don't mind the fence. It's not bad. I like that it has the gate added to it, which top right. Oh, that's just top right. This would be top right, please. So what? You want the Olympic? You want these Olympic fences? I hope they come back with a more frequent package than we've had before. Oh yeah, the actual fence has a gate. This one is a little bit inspired by the stable fence, and because it has to be in that position to get the gate. So my last stand thought here is the Wheel of Fortune only fence. It's something I wish they'd bring out. They bring back the stable fence because they gave it to us for such a short time. I missed out. I don't have it. I want it. They need to bring some of that stuff back. I wish they'd put that in some of these, not just the deco packs, but some of these exclusive, like Wheel of Fortunes. That would be so cool to put in these task events. Like, give us some of that. But you guys, it is super hot out. We've been going longer than I planned, 2.5 hours. I can't believe we've been talking this long of what I feel like is not much of anything. You have next week's events, the new things. You guys don't have to spend, but count how much out of here that you need in the music notes. Count them up. Get that done. Fill if you are going to want to spend. These are available for the time that's left in here, but your machine is only guaranteed until reset, the next reset. I don't know how much, if they're going to extend it fully until the 1st, or the if Monday reset. So if we get an extra next reset plus a day, the full time the event's supposed to be going, plus then the time left in the catalog, or if we'll only have the machine till reset, and then that'd be 3 days of collecting, which is wrong, but they were going to give us 4 days. So we'll see what they did. Had to be a little bit flexible there with it. Watch social media for any more updates, and make sure you guys are subscribed for new videos. Thanks for hanging out so long with me today. I hope you guys have a good rest of your weekend. Happy farming, and bye, y'all.